Hi guys, thanks for joining me today. I'm Marilyn and my channel is Making with Marilyn. Now I like to do a lot of different crafts, but on today's video I'm going to try some Puff HTV for the first time. Now I got both of these rolls from Heat Transfer Warehouse. The reddish one is a Caesar brand and the color's wine, and then the bluish one is a Wallicut brand and the color is aqua. Now before I actually get started on the project though, I want to cut a really small sample circle out of both of these, make sure I have the right cut settings, heat them onto a piece of fabric, and see what each of them looks like. After that, I'll get started on the project. Now, if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing that. And then if you do, tap the bell and select the all notifications. That way YouTube lets you know anytime I upload new content. Now, just like I showed you before, I have the Wallicut Puff and then I have the Caesar Puff. And for this project, I'm going to use this light blue. Now, the Wallicut is an aqua. It says use 305 Fahrenheit for 10 seconds with medium pressure. It also says it's a hot peel. I went ahead and wrote on the Caesar 280. I looked it up online and they said press that at 280. Other things that I'll use, I have this little craft press over here. I have my Cricut mat, my brayer, my weeding tool, then I have some tape because I have found you need to tape this to your mat. Now regular Scotch tape would be less expensive, but that's what I have here, so I'll use this. And then I'm going to put my project on this sleeveless shirt. Now I want to show you one thing about these. I've already cut this down, so you have a matte side and a shiny side. Typically with HTV, the shiny side is the carrier sheet. It goes down on the mat and you cut in the mirror image. Well, in this case, the shiny side is actually what you're cutting through and the carrier sheet is the dull side. So you do need to know that about this product. Now this Cricut mat is not a brand new mat, but it's not a super old mat either. And look, this just does not want to stick down to it. I cannot get this to stick to it at all. So I'm going to have to tape it down. Now I watched a video that Carly Hall did, and she actually suggested using a strong grip mat. I don't have one of those right now, so I'm going to have to make this work. All right, I'm going to go over, cut out my design. I'm going to use the everyday iron-on setting, but I'm going to change the default pressure to more pressure. Before I take it out of the Cricut, I'll make sure that it weeds well by pulling up on a part that weeds out. If it cut fine, I'll go ahead and eject it from the Cricut. If it doesn't, I'll send it back in to cut a second time. All right, I added a couple more pieces of tape and then I checked it right here to make sure that it cut through. And it had, so I didn't need to send it back through. All right, now this design is a little bit tricky. All right, there's two boxes, one in the top right, bottom left. I want to leave those and weed the letters out of those. And then I do the opposite in the other two corners. This is weeding out really nicely. Now I kind of played around with this on a couple of makeup bags, and on those I put eyelashes on them. And the little bitty fine points of the eyelashes didn't weed out as easily. It was just a little bit finicky. It weeded out. But I don't think you want to use this for really intricate designs. Not just because of the weeding, because I got it weeded out. But if you have little intricate designs, as this puffs, you're going to lose some of the intricacy of those designs. All right, let me make sure I do this correctly. I did a design the other day where I weeded out the wrong thing and I was so frustrated. Now my heat press is up to temperature. Remember, we're doing this one at 305 for 10 seconds, medium pressure. But before I do the press, I want to go ahead and put the shirt under the press and do a pre-press to remove moisture and to make sure that I'm at a good medium pressure. Looks like I have one more thing to weed out and then I'm ready. All right, so it says don't quit and then it's highlighting do it. That's pretty cute. It'd be really cute for me if I actually worked out. That's what this is supposed to be, is a workout design. But you could really use that phrase for anything that you're trying. Now with this shirt, there's some stitching right there. So I'm going to have the design just under that. Okay. Let me see if I can't move that over just a little bit. Then I'm going to go ahead and press this for about 10 seconds to remove the moisture. And I think that seemed like a pretty good pressure. Now with this little craft press, you can just take your pads off with it. I like to do that. That way I kind of see what it's going to look like. I see that it's on those. Then I can just move the whole thing back. All right, so remember we're doing 305, 10 seconds, medium pressure, and it's a hot peel. Oh, and that was pretty much off there when I took it off. Oh my goodness. Look at that. That really puffed up. You see how raised it is there? And then the texture kind of resembles like a terry cloth, a chenille, something like that. That's cute. Now, would I use this type of product on everything? No, I really wouldn't. But I think on shirts it's cute. Now I moved the camera down really close to it so you could really see the detail of that. That is really super cute. I'm curious to see how it washes. Now, if you've used a puff product like this and you've washed it a few times, let me know in the comments how well it washed. Thanks so much for joining me, and until my next one, bye-bye. Now, I felt like maybe the red didn't work because I had it on this pouch, and this pouch is kind of a polyester, kind of a slippery polyester. So I have an old t-shirt that I cut a piece off of. I have some of the red puff. Now, I think it's important to go ahead and preheat your material, mainly to get the moisture out. So this one is 280 for 10 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and preheat it for 10 seconds. All right. I think I cut that correctly. I'm pretty sure I have the shiny side up and cut through that. All right, so 280 for the Caesar brand, 10 seconds. Let's see what happens. Oh, wow. Okay, that one turned out great. Very puffy, just like the blue one. Trying to turn it so you can see how puffy that is. Hopefully that's a decent shot of it. There's a look at the texture. That is really cute. So if you're going to do this, I would recommend use this on t-shirt type material, not on weird things like slippery polyester bags. It's cute. It just didn't puff up like it's supposed to. Here's a last look at it. This time I really am done with the video. So until next time, bye-bye.